Hello cardboard lovers, it's Cardboard Badger here. Happy New Year, hope you're doing well. And we have the first deck tech of 2019. It is standard, it is Boros, and I've named it Punch the Champion. So what on earth is this about? It is, I wouldn't say budget. I think there's about 3 cards that if you got rid of, it would definitely be budget. We'll look into those later on, but the majority of the cards seem to be very, very cheap indeed. 10, 20 pence. So yeah, not bad at all. We're going to start off with the creatures, and there's not that many of them. We've got 11 in total. Our main creature, we have a playset of Champion of the Flame. Champion of the Flame is 2 mana, 1 and a red, and you get a human warrior, 1/1 with trample. This is the main card of the deck. This is the whole reason we are building this. And Champion of the Flame gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. So the general gist of this one is we can obviously have multiple copies out because it's not legendary, and we stick as many auras and equipment on it as humanly possible. And one option would be to go in for the win to the face, just using Champion of the Flame. But obviously we have something else which could make things quite entertaining. But yes, we have 4 of those, a full playset. Next, we also have a playset of Viashino Pyromancer. Really like this card. It's a 2/1 Viashino Wizard for 1 and a red. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. So even if we get it out and it dies on the next turn, it's done its job. It's done 2 damage. Our final creature, it's a legendary one. It is Valda, Keeper of the Flame, which I think is about 20p. He is a human shaman for 2 and a red mana. He's a 3/2, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, for each aura and equipment attached to Valda, Keeper of the Flame, create a 3/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste, and then exile those tokens at the beginning of the next M step. So they could come out literally for that turn, attack, and then die. If you've got a selection of auras and equipment on this, then hopefully we'll get multiple uses. So this is the sort of secondary creature. Obviously, we would prefer to put everything on Champion of the Flame, but depending on what happens, depending if the champion dies very quickly, we have our second option, which is Valdark. So those are our 11 creatures. Next, we have the enchantment and auras. And these are all the things that hopefully we're going to get onto our Champion of the Flame, or possibly Valdark. Out of the 2, I prefer to put them on Champion of the Flame. We're starting off with a playset of Knight's Pledge. It is for 1 and a white. It's an aura, and enchanted creature gets +2/+2. And obviously, if you pop that on Champion of the Flame, it will be +4/+4 because of Champion's ability. So that works out pretty well. So we have a playset of those, followed by a playset of Frenzied Rage, another aura. Enchant creature gets +2/+1 and has menace as well. That is for 1 and a red. The final one we have, we've only got 2 though. We've got Shield of the Realm. It's a artifact equipment for 2 mana, and if a source would deal damage to a equipped creature, prevent 2 of that damage, and it costs 1 to equip. So we could put that on Valdark and hopefully keep it alive, as it's got a toughness of 2. So Shield of the Realm will negate any damage and keep it alive, and hopefully each turn it will just plump out the 3/1 goblins and get some damage in that way. So those are our enchantment and auras. Next we have the instants and sorceries, and we're going to be starting off with 1 copy of Invoke the Divine. For 2 and a white, you can destroy target artifact or enchantment and gain 4 life. Next we have 3 copies of Shock, dealing 2 damage to any target, which is always a good thing. Could get rid of a flyer, lifelinker, death touch, or just go straight to the face. All for the joy of 1 red mana. Next we have 2 copies of Seal Away. For 1 and a white, we have an enchantment. It's got flash, and when Seal Away enters the battlefield, exile target attack creature an opponent controls. until Seal Away leaves the battlefield, which is always a good thing. The next card we have, we've got 2 copies of it. I've always loved this card. It's Act of Treason. It's a sorcery for 2 and a red. Gain control of target creature until the end of turn. Untap that creature and it gains haste until the end of turn. This is fantastic. You've got some massive creature you can't deal with. Maybe you let them attack you 1 turn and keep going, and then you can play your sorcery and basically borrow their creature. It could do amazing things. If it's got lifelink, it could keep you in the game. With another card coming up rather shortly, you could do things with that as well. And yeah, Act of Treason has won games out of the blue. It is amazing. So we have 2 copies of that. Followed by our first money card, we've got a full play set of Risk Factor for 2 and a red. It's an instant, and target opponent may have Risk Factor deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. It's got Jumpstart, which is insane, which means technically we've got 8 of these in the deck, and they are not going to allow you to keep drawing 3 cards. At some point in time, they are going to take the damage. It's an amazing card. Absolutely love this one. The next card we have is 1 copy of Settle the Wreckage, just in case. I do like this card. A World of Tokens. This could save the day. I've completely forgotten about 4 open mana, foolishly, and gone in with a World of Snakes and stuff and had them all disappear. So yeah, Settle the Wreckage, I think definitely has to go on the deck. And the final card, the other half of the name, as it were, we have a sorcery. It's Gravitic Punch. 3 and a red. Target creature you controls deals damage equal to its power to target player. And it's got Jumpstart. So technically we've got 6 of these in the deck. Basically, we are going to punch the champion. Punch him hard. It's going to be quality. In theory, the champion should be an 8-8, a 10-10. I mean, it just gets massive. It's absolutely amazing. And just punch it, and then obviously deal that damage straight to the face of the opponent, and then possibly then when it comes to combat, you can then go in with champion again and finish them off. If not, maybe you can just punch a second time, jumpstart it, and as long as it's still around on your next turn, you can go in for the kill. So yeah, punch that champion straight in the face, and it could be a winner. It's a world of fun. When it happens, it is absolutely fantastic. Other than that, we have, for our lands, we've got 8 plains, we've got 14 mountains, and our third card of any worth, we've got Clifftop Retreat, which I believe is about £5 at the moment. If you happen to have them, then fantastic. I'll put 2 in the deck. If you don't, then you can always go back to an additional plains and an additional mountains. But it was worth popping in there. It has helped out on a few occasions, and as long as you're not playing it on your very first turn, all is. So let me know what you think of the deck. Which particular bit you think was the best, as it were. Interaction between the cards. Maybe some cards that you're looking at thinking, why on earth has he put that in there? If you have an opinion and you think actually you are wrong, you should put this in instead, please let me know. I would love to hear your views. I think as far as deck building goes, the important thing is you can learn from each other, and it is ongoing. New cards coming out, we're going to be changing up decks. The interactions are going to be totally different. Some decks are going to be stronger, some are going to be weaker. It's a fantastic thing. I thoroughly enjoy the joys of deck building now. I'd say probably 12 months ago, it was not my most favourite thing, but now seeing the cards come together and do fantastic things that you may have not seen them do before is really enjoyable. Other than that, I'd just like to say, if you have enjoyed the video and you would like to give us some thumbs, that will help out Badgie a huge amount. And other than that, I would just like to say thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again soon here